The following video is 100% factual. Everything mentioned in this video is 100% real. Throughout my entire life, I've had a ton of paranormal experiences. Basically, from the day I was born to the present day, I've seen some really weird stuff. A few years back, I was driving on the border of Arizona going into New Mexico. I was on I-40, Interstate 40. We were heading into this city called Lupton, Arizona. Either Lupton, Arizona or Lupton, New Mexico. I forgot which state it was in. So on the way there, keep in mind, this was in the middle of the night, right? My pops was next to me, he was co-piloting, and then my wife was behind us, talking to us. My little brother was sleeping, my mom was sleeping in the back, okay? So it's the middle of the night, it's dark, and it's like I-40, it's a small highway, right? I think it's like two lanes this way, 2 lanes that way, or even just 2 lanes that way, right? It's really small. So I'm driving, and I notice while I'm driving, there's like something on the side of the road, but it's not an animal, it's not garbage, it looked like a human body. It looked like a crumpled up human body just laying next to the road while I was driving. So I saw this, and I told my pops, I was like, hey, do you see that? So he looked over. This thing, I swear to you, it looked at us, got straight up off the ground, and started moving all demonic, all right? Guys, the way this thing looked, like it looked like a human, but it didn't look human at the same time. This thing was fair-skinned, kind of like a Caucasian male, and it wasn't wearing clothes. It was just wearing a pair of shorts, okay? It sprung off the ground like no, I've never seen any human move like, and it ran towards the car while I'm driving 80 miles per hour in the middle of the night. When it was running towards the car, it started flapping its arms, kind of like this whole movement, right? You know those inflatable arm guys outside of car dealerships? Like that whole thing? That's what it was doing. Running straight towards the car. Keep in mind, my car had my entire family in it, okay? So I swerved, obviously not to hit it, but at the same time, I'm trying not to, swerve off the highway, right? And luckily I didn't, because I was going really fast and there was a lot of weight in the car. So we saw it, I was freaking out, holy smokes. Get back on the highway, and we moved forward. And obviously, like, I was in a state of shock. My dad was in a state of shock. Like, we both got really good views of what this was. And we were trying to figure out what it was. Like, it definitely wasn't human. It wasn't no animal either, that's for sure. Come to the hotel, because obviously it was late at night. I couldn't drive anymore, especially after seeing that. We get to the hotel, and I'm looking at the Google Maps, sort of like to remember where exactly this took place. On the Google Maps, it was red. Like, it had like the red line as if like there was a lot of traffic. Guys, this is 1 a.m. in the morning. In the middle of nowhere in Arizona. Okay? There were cars behind us. So I told my wife at the time, I was like, holy smokes. This thing, probably someone hit this thing, because it ran towards my car. It probably kept running towards the cars behind me, trying to attack them, right? So that happened, and then, a few weeks go by, and I'm just obsessing. I'm like, what the was this thing that I encountered in the middle of Arizona, in the middle of the night? This non-human being, right? It's non-human entity. So as I do more research, I'm like, oh wait. Turns out the part of Arizona that I was in was literally in a Navajo reservation. In Navajo folklore, in Native American folklore, there is something called a Skinwalker. All right, so in case you don't know what this is essentially a thing that used to be a human that was able to shapeshift, and it just became a demonic entity that just shapeshifts from a human-looking thing that feeds on people. And shapeshifts back into animals or other beings. So then I looked at photos of sort of like illustrations of descriptions of what it looks like, and I'm post real quick the photos I was able to find. This thing that I saw perfectly fit the description of a skinwalker, right? Because what these things do is they come out at night and they roam around the land searching for something to prey on, right? It could be animals, it could be kids, it could be humans walking by themselves middle of the night, all that stuff. These things are extremely feared in Native American cultures, and as I found out firsthand, you know, they should be feared. This thing was ferocious. It was attacking a moving car at 80 miles per hour, right? So that's my story, guys. That's my encounter with a skinwalker, Native American skinwalker. You know, and I'm gonna keep making these videos because, again, I have a lot of stories that are really crazy and super fascinating. This world that we live in is way more spiritual than anyone can realize. So I'm gonna start making videos where I'm gonna share these stories with you guys, because I know I'm not the only one. I know that the majority of you guys watching have also had experiences, and I know that when you have these experiences, you feel isolated, you feel weird, because you don't ever talk about it with anyone, because you think people are gonna think you're crazy, right? But the fact of the matter is, you're not crazy. Society's crazy that we try to sort of undermine these experiences and try to like indoctrinate people to think that these aren't real, that it's all in our head. It's pure deception, guys, to sort of devalue our spirituality and at the end of the day, devalue our divinity. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Peace. So of course, I'm gonna, ooh, the heck? There's a lot of bugs out here.